In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways in which our self-sabotage, which is just a protective response in our bodies and our nervous systems, what the beliefs they might be operating from are, so that you can look at it and you can heal and you can move through the self-sabotaging behaviors and patterns and move into where you really want to go. So first and foremost, let's just understand that self-sabotage is self-protection in some way. It's a way that our nervous systems and our brains are trying to cope with discomfort. It's maybe the feeling like, I can't complete this email right now, or I can't respond to this, or I can't complete this project right now. I'm just going to go do something else, because there's a part, again, a different, like a inner personality, sub-personality within us that feels that project is unsafe, that feels that writing that email feels unsafe. So let me instead just go do something else. Understanding that that's just, again, a self-protective response, but then understanding that that response doesn't need to steer your life. And the way it doesn't steer your life is becoming aware of it. It's becoming aware of when you might find yourself wanting to distract yourself from the tasks that you have at hand, and noticing them and understanding where they might come from. And again, this brings me to understanding maybe the beliefs that the sabotage, again, I don't really like using that word even, but like the behaviors of distraction, the beliefs that they might be operating from on a subconscious level. One of the beliefs is, I'm not okay to complete this task right now, or this task is unsafe. So if that resonates, looking at why does that task or that project feel unsafe? What is it that task or project makes you feel? How do you feel in your body when you sit down and you try to do the thing that you want to do? Feel it in your body and give it understanding, or give it space to be there. And again, question what it is that it might be scared might happen if you continue doing the task. And not just bypassing it by forcing yourself through it, just really become curious about what's going on in your body and the response that you're having in your body and your mind as you're doing that task. That's number one, belief that this task or this project is unsafe. And another belief is, the thing that I have going on over there is more important than what I have going on in the other place. And we start saying that, okay, that it's more important for me to go look at Netflix right now than to complete this book or go to the gym or whatever. Start understanding, is that actually true? Is it more important for you to go look at that, look at Netflix or whatever that behavior is? Understanding, okay, why is that part of you feeling like it's more important right now? Is it feeling like I need to do that because I need to feel comfort? And why is comfort important? What is it that you're trying to, and that part of you is trying to soothe from? That these are really, really good questions to ask that part and to start a dialogue with them. Another belief that we might have is that I deserve to go eat that chocolate, or I deserve to go look at Netflix and distract. And again, like eating chocolate or distracting ourselves or looking at Netflix is not bad in and of themselves. It's just questioning, are we actually doing this from a stress response? We're trying to cope with discomfort, versus I'm doing this in a very conscious way where I'm really enjoying this, and this is like the exact same thing that I need right now, this chocolate cake or watching this series on Netflix. Or is it a way to distract from deeper things? So again, coming back to the I deserve to go do this thing, you can start understanding, okay, why do I feel, is this feeling of I deserve this piece of cake because I've worked so hard, or watch Netflix because I've worked so hard? Is that coming from a sense, again, of I'm an emotional discomfort, or an emotional, maybe like a resentment for how hard you've worked so far, or a way of feeling, again, resentment is often a underlying core emotion there. Is it that's where it's coming from, or is it coming from a healthy, I deserve chocolate because I really want to enjoy and indulge right now, and I'm going to do it in a really conscious, beautiful way? Or is it coming from anger? Or is it coming from other emotions that might be there? The next belief that we might have is, I can't do the thing I want to do. I can't complete this task. I'm incapable of it. I'm not able to do it because I'm unable to. This is a pretty disempowering belief, and if we start looking at that one, we start maybe seeing that this comes from a part of ourselves from the past, and inner child maybe, or a teenager, or just a younger part of ourselves that started believing that they are incapable of doing and completing the tasks that they have at hand. I know that this was a big one for me, where I deeply felt that I couldn't keep up, or I couldn't do school the way that other people were doing. I couldn't do my math homework. And that created a belief in myself that I couldn't do hard things because I wasn't naturally good at the things that other people were necessarily good at, like school or like math, for example. But what happened then was that it created a belief in my subconscious, or a part of me started believing that I'm incapable of doing hard things. And I started looking at, okay, that this is like a younger version of myself that's feeling this way. And I can meet that in myself, and I can help them feel safe by questioning the belief that I'm incapable, for example, to do things, by seeing and finding proof for why that's not true, by seeing and finding proof for why it is true that I can complete difficult things, and also maybe helping myself do one difficult thing every single day that's a little bit hard. If it's taking a shower and taking a little bit of a cold shower just for a couple of seconds, letting that be a belief in my subconscious mind to understand, okay, I can do difficult things, and building up that proof over time, so that I start having more and more proof for, yep, I can do difficult things, and I can do difficult projects that I've told myself I'm going to do. A fifth and last belief that we might often feel when it comes to self-sabotage is that the thing that I am wanting to do right now isn't worth it, isn't worthy of, it's not the thing that I really want to be doing. And we start maybe looking, maybe this has to do with work, like it's a work project that we want to do, or it's an email that we have to write, and we can start questioning, okay, is this actually coming from a deeper seated sense of I'm unfulfilled in the work that I'm wanting to do right now? This isn't actually the job I want to be in. This isn't the relationship I want to be in. This isn't really the thing that my soul really wants to do. And start understanding, maybe this actually comes from my resistance to doing this thing, comes from a sense that I'm not in alignment with what I want to do. My soul is resisting this in a sense. And when we can understand that, if that's the case, that doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, now I have to change everything and I have to go do something else. I have to find another job. I have to find another relationship. That's just an invitation to look deeper. And that's just an invitation to also maybe be able to complete the projects that we have to do. Okay, I understand that maybe this is the thing that I want to do long term. This isn't the job, or this isn't the relationship I want to do long term. But right now, it's the thing I have to do in order to make a living, in order to feel okay. Like I have to continue this thing for a while longer. But I'm going to make a mental note that this is something I want to explore further. Is there actually something else I'd rather want to do? Is there another relationship, or is this actually the relationship I want to be in? So again, those different beliefs, I can't actually remember off the top of my head what the 5 are, but understanding if any of them resonated with you, I invite you to go back and look at them and start questioning them within yourself, and start having compassion and understanding for what your self-sabotaging pattern might be thinking and believing, knowing that this is a subpersonality, or this is a different energy that lives within yourself and your nervous system that is operating from a certain set of beliefs that you can question and you can get to know and you can understand, and you can help this be in dialogue with this part of yourself so you can better understand why they're doing what they're doing, which again is just a sense of them trying to keep you safe somehow. The more you become in dialogue with all different parts of yourself, and I know I talk about this a lot and it can sound kind of weird when I talk about that, these patterns within us, but the more we can kind of understand where they're coming from, the more power we have to change, the more power we also have to understand our own needs and understand our own emotions and understand what it is that we actually want to do in our life and where we're going and what we want to do. So again, this is an invitation to look within and to question yourself and to meet yourself at a deeper level and to become friends with yourself.